By the brain and body, the mind of the brain conceives itself as an entity of and as a brain and body, a biological thing with consciousness. The problem is that this conception contains a diminutive vector, or direction. The conception or belief actually establishes this, whether true or not. As a man thinks, so is he, the Bible tells. Now, as the dimensions of reality is subject to ranks in points in space, as it were, ranking levels of stature, statures of being that express outward or inward, a king or a mouse, the demotion to the being as a biological thing, anchors it, by the force of conception, to a low denominator, and the human then must trade with that point in space. The standing of the self in this low denominator, so solidly bodily, does not escape the spiritual by this dismissal. In fact, an echo of this low point expresses in shape and movement in the dimensions, and this shape is exactly the imposed powerless of the self which had demoted itself. So in the spirit the human looks like a little vapor, a shadow that can be and must be tossed and turned by the whim of the powerful. This vapor vibrates out into the dimensions. And this belief in the brain is of course false, but still a dream, and the consequent life of the human is therefore a dream of it. And it is for this reason, I suppose, that the Watcher angels, when they landed with their heavenly spaceship, or chariot, on Mount Hermon, that they were astonished at the extinguished nature of the fallen children of God, who traded so with the limit of the biology. The Watchers had perhaps considered how these small creatures can produce the seed of God, the heavenly seed who was supposed to destroy evil, and by that saving, rescue the Watchers themselves, who were subject to injured reality and were afraid of the devil. So, they decided to take matters into their own hands, and produce seed by their dream, a seed for saving. Of course, that did not work out, and here we are, and the hybrid children, who now roam their own desert, being homeless, dream of one thing, a physical body, a human body. And rumor is, however that works, that these children will come back for another round, and if so, let us not be found again to be found mere flesh and have our dream in flesh. Now the human body is splendid and the soul clings to it, and clings to the ruminations of the brain, being so subject, but let us find our soul and its stature so that we are found to be more than a wisp of air in the dimensions.